You may say autumn, the temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida, but the good news, the radar is clear.
Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. This crowd a moment ago, we are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Falcons. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Oh, shit.
Watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while in Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the second level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy.
Winston's throw complete to Fryerview. And he'll work 3 from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow he would muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On second down, it's Henry. And this will be a Falcons first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Jameis now on first down. He's got his tight end Fryerview over the middle. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
And this looks a lot like the last play. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's tackled for the second straight go-around. Great job by this Jacksonville D. Winston. And he takes a shot at the releases. This will be incomplete.
Yeah, good game catching ball around a week ago. They're going to try to involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
And defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limited to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. Jameis to throw. Steps away to his left. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Well, that's a nice job right there. He's looking downfield, but with no one open, he takes off and tries to run for it. He gets to the sidelines and gets out of bounds with a first down.
Winston now to throw on first down. He's got it complete. Derrick Henry. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage, but now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that would be pinpoint thing.
So I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good open ground so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Here's Winston. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it. They set up for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Jarvis Landry, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Fielding just outside the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before they walk it across midfield.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge line of scrimmage. You got it.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
Nice pass. Nice pass.
Jaguars. His second touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Second down, they go again with Henry. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. On third down, Winston. Flush to his right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Henry. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Winston now. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. The Falcons on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Winston. Throwing late. left side. It's complete. Touchdown.
Bring it.
A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
It's 3rd down and 4.
Now Jones. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Jaguars. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And give him credit. He deserves it. But this is such a breakdown defensively, my goodness. From a pass rush perspective, you know that they got to be coming hard on 4th down trying to get to the quarterback. But from a coverage perspective, how do you not see that play developing? And it turns into a touchdown.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
And he'll let this go deep for Bourne. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the Jags are going to take possession here at their own 33. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll run for it. McCaffrey.
That was 4th and what we would call long in that situation, wasn't it? That wasn't 4th and inches, was it?
No, I mean, you get in those situations, 4th and 3, 4th and 4. That's a lot to, what would you say, a lot of pizza left in that box.
It certainly is. Not everyone dove in on that one. In today's NFL, this is a passing down. All right, this is not a running down. That takes a lot of guts to call that play and even better execution.
Jones' throw complete to Roger. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
6 yards left on second down. Throwing, Jones. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. Touchdown, Jaguars.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And normally when you see guys moving this fast, it might be a fly pattern for a receiver or a tough sweep from a tailback or something like that. This was designed as a passing play. And then he got out of the pocket, and he just took off. And he just kept gaining momentum with every step.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Out of his end zone comes Andy Isabella.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. He's got his tight end, Anthony Ferkser. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
Picked up by Javon Holland.
There he goes, right side. The 30. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tank.
Your boy Old Mo, you said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And that is incomplete.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Got him right back in the saddle and said, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
And caught by Henry. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Going deep here for Landry. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play.
Jones, a final shot before break. Flushed out right. He's going to let this go deep. Back over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. Let's go out of play. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Final preparations being made for the second half, both in terms of game plan and also hydration, because humidity is really going to catch up to these guys, no doubt. And for the call of the second half, we go back to Brandon Goddard.
Yeah, Coach. Hey, that goes for the announcers, too. No AC in this booth, so we've got a mash unit of empty water bottles up here as well.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunity.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Christian McCaffrey, a guy that can beat you in so many ways. He's a threat to go the distance literally every time he touches the football.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates, they're looking at you. And let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to him. That's not how football works. But he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
First down, Winston.
A throw left side, caught by the tight end, Freiermuth.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Throwing again on 2nd down. Winston
gets this to Ferkser, the tight end.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. William Jackson with a pick.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's got room. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
141 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Oh, looking for Andrews downfield.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
And he gets it down to the 32. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Looking to throw. Jones escaping the pressure right. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars add on to their lead.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Isabella now from his end zone. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Aaron Robinson.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Isabella now from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful.
And now here's another interception. Picked off around the 37. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback.
And this is caught.
Hey, bro, you got it. You got it. You go win. I ain't gonna tell you. You better win. But nah, bro. Only why you getting them catches, because I don't know where the ball is going, bro. Like, I don't see the marker. Like, you know, when I throw, you'll see the marker. I don't see the marker, bro.
And it's on EA Sports.
McCaffrey.
See, I don't know how to do all that shit. I don't know how to do all that shit.
I'm not sure what other ground he wants to cover here. I mean, this
This offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
You got this shit, though. This is my first game. Like, literally, I just came in this league yesterday. Like, shit, this is my first fucking game. And I'm warming up, trying to get used to this damn team. Nigga, I need a quarterback, though. I need a damn quarterback. But this nigga Mr. 30 for 30 ain't it. His arm not it.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin the next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Like, I got Tua, but I don't know if he's injured or not. Like, damn, nigga. But yeah, I got Tua, but I don't know if he's injured. It doesn't say when I go to it's like his name. It doesn't say the little injury icon. I don't know what's going on, but yeah.
But you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Yes, sir. But yeah, that's my favorite game. I'm getting warmed up in this bitch.
Like he's learned a little bit because he really won the game. I think he's trying to force a lot of throws into his windows and just won't open.
Yeah, the interceptions have plagued them, especially a second interception. Really a bad throw. So
why you
decision making?
catch that hole, bro? You don't got no hand.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. A second down throw for Winston. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get high.
Being chased out left. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 5 yards that time out of the scramble, but now they're looking at a fourth down situation. Desperation time. Winston on fourth down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Here's Winston. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 41. There he goes, right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. Guys, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Here's Jones on third down. Eluding the pressure right. Able to get away. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Back to throw. Jones. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time, 1-play interceptions, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep...
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Aaron Robinson.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead will swell by 1 more. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory. Right back out there doing the things that he does best and knowing.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack. Second and 16.
Another try after the first down sack. Winston dancing to his left. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that when he's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception.
Picked up by Javon Holland.
Well, partner, I'm going to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Third down. Here's McCaffrey. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson.
And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down.
Now a handoff to Henry. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Eluding the pressure right.
He'll let this go deep for Bourne.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off.
This taken in at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Going up top. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Jaguars, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers come to town. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans.